Hello, hello.
Hi, Jim. We can't hear you, but I saw you say hello.
Can you hear me? Nope. Hold on.
I can hear you.
How about now?
Nope,
I can hear you.
still no.
Wait, I'm sorry. Yes or no?
I can.
Okay. Okay.
Your
Thank
lips
you.
are moving, but there is no sound.
No
I can
sound.
I can hear you too.
Okay. I'm saying all three of you guys can hear me.
Not
Uh,
Ashley. Ashley cannot hear you, is what she
well,
says.
I can't do anything on if she might need to unplug or something. If you guys can hear me and she
Miss
can't,
Lorena, can you hear him? Am I crazy? Or whoever is in the.
I can hear him.
I can too, Ashley. This is Kathleen.
Can anyone confirm that we can't hear Jim?
Can you hear me?
I hear all
Ashley.
three of you.
I
Oh,
think
nope.
it's Ashley.
It's
Ashley is
me.
the
It's me. I'm a dummy.
okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. G Thou. Hopefully we've got our interpreter. All right, Lorena, is that correct?
Jim, do we still have the monk translator for today?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And I've got her up
Well,
first. She's they're buckling her up right now.
And then I'll come back to see.
She's gonna be the first.
Right, so somebody should be.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Jim.
Okay.
Okay.
For everybody's benefit, we're going to do all three females. If you can tell from the docket, or if you got a copy of my list.
If I was to forward,
They should be on. Mr. Doyle? Mr. Doyle?
He's muted.
Right.
Must need him to unmute.
Somebody
Okay.
looking for me?
Yes, I wanted to know, do you recall?
I
what you-
can't hear whoever that is. Speak up, please.
Do you recall what you did last time for the Hmong interpreter?
That I did what?
Do you recall what you did for the Hmong interpreter?
What I
Did you-
did?
Uh-huh. Did
I
you
sent
call?
an email over to the clerk yesterday and that's it.
Okay, the last time when we had a Hmong interpreter, did they call you or did you call them?
No. We never contact the interpreter.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Hi, Judge.
Hi, are we missing an interpreter?
No, I'm gonna call, because they're supposed to call in.
Okay.
I got you. Okay.
I don't see them on there.
We're kind of at a standstill, Judge.
Okay.
I can't go to any of the other females. Miss Thao has to be out by herself.
I
So-
understand.
I apologize about that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if we can get somebody on the phone here quick.
Okay.
Mr.
Um,
Lynch, oh, sorry.
No, Judge, I was just gonna say, if you hadn't got my list, it'll be the three females, Thao, Leonard, and Foster.
Yeah, I
to-
got it.
to
I
start.
got it. I got
Okay,
it.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
I was just gonna say, Mr. Lilich, I just sent you the final plea. It took me longer. The last one I sent you, I sent all of them but one because I hadn't finished it yet. But
Yep,
now I sent,
I noticed that, Ashley. Thank you for getting that one to me.
sorry, just took me a minute. And thank you, Judge, for speaking with Miss Gina about that journal entry item. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Yes, I think we've got it squared away now.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I'll be back very shortly.
Okay, sounds good.
Judge, to interrupt, I'm at a spot where the deputy can take Ms. Thou back and we could bring out the other two females and maybe at least get something going.
Let's
If
let's
you're
do that. We'll send some paperwork over on her.
okay, so we won't be seeing her.
No, we're
Okay.
just gonna, yeah.
Yes,
We'll
ma'am, I understand. Give me a few minutes and that's what we're going to do. It'll be Leonard and Foster.
Okay, sounds great.
Thank you. Pardon me, Judge, Ms. Leonard, Sheila Leonard.
Yes, thank you. Hello, Miss Leonard. I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have some unresolved matters here. Number one, you were picked up for loitering back April 22nd of 2025. You also were to appear May 15th for probation orientation, and clearly you were in custody and could not attend. I have a lawyer here that I appointed for you, Mr. Lilich. What I'd like for you to do is talk to him about these cases to see how we need to proceed. So if you could ask the gentleman that gave you the headphones to put you in a breakout room, you can talk to to your lawyer.
Thank you.
You'll need a breakout, Lorena.
Judge,
Yes,
on her, I only see one case set for probation. Does she have any other cases?
I show a new one. She received April 22nd of loitering.
Oh, I cannot.
Same
see.
date of birth, Sheila Leonard.
I don't see it.
It's in there. She's supposed to appear in court,
Okay,
June 2nd.
okay, it is spelled different.
Yeah, IE instead of EI.
Uh-huh, yes, I'm gonna fix it, okay?
All right, thank you.
Sorry, ma'am, I had to send Mr. Lilich a new offer because I also had missed the loitering. So he's
Gotcha.
reviewing it. It's
Yeah,
already
no-
it's two, I just wanted to let you know that's what the holdup is.
Okay, no worries. Mr. Lilich?
Yes, Your Honor. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to meet with Ms. Leonard. Your Honor, the city has made a plea offer to resolve Ms. Leonard's case. I have reviewed that plea offer with her. It's her understanding that if she pleads guilty to vagrancy loitering, the city will recommend that she serve a sentence of 1 day in jail. After discussing that offer with her and explaining her absolute right to have a trial on this charge, she has accepted that offer, Your Honor. Your Honor, it's my understanding that she has been in custody since April the 22nd. It would be my request that the court adopt that plea agreement as its order, give Ms. Leonard credit for time served, and release her today.
How are we to resolve the probation? Ms. Hutton, is she get credit for the time she served since April 22nd? And we'll close that out.
I apologize, ma'am. Miss Hanson, I have the paperwork on that. Yes? I apologize, ma'am.
There was no paperwork ever done. She was sentenced to be, can you guys hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay, she was sentenced to be here yesterday. But
correct.
because she was still incarcerated, this plea was done on 5/2 for her to be in probation on
Right.
5/15 because she had a hold someplace else. Judge Whitman wanted to see her today.
Right,
So
so there's no probation revocation because it's
She never-
really too soon. It just happened yesterday. She failed to appear. But
right,
it's only because she was in custody.
that is correct.
Yeah.
In light of that, Your Honor, would probation be amenable to letting her have another opportunity to try to do that?
Ms. Hanson?
I feel that with the hold, I feel like she is not meanable for probation. I feel that we can give her credit for time served and move on, so that way she can take care of those other things she needs to take care of.
What says the parties?
Ms. Leonard, the city is proposing that you get credit for time served on your probation and your probation be closed out as part of this plea agreement. I'm assuming you have no objection to that.
No, sir, thank you.
Judge,
All right.
we would accept that.
All right, so, Ms. Leonard, it's my understanding you want to plead to that vagrancy charge. Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial? I know Mr. Lilich spoke to you about that. Do you want to waive your right to have that trial and enter a plea today of that, for that charge?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right, so for the charge of vagrancy, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
I'm guilty, ma'am.
I'll accept your plea. You'll get credit for the time that you have served for that charge as well as for the probation. I'm not sure there was any there was only any fines or costs. I don't believe on the petty larceny.
No, Your Honor. It's our understanding part of the plea agreement was that there would be
It's
a
done.
zero balance.
Right. So we'll close those cases out. There'll be no holds on you here. So I believe Platte County is where You have a hold and they may pick you up. I do not know, but you will not be held on these cases.
Thank you.
All right.
You were
I wish you
a
good luck.
great lady, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And you can give your headphones back now. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
And Kermisha Foster will sit down here in just a second.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, Ms. Foster. I'm Judge Whitman with Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have a number of charges here. They start back in 2024 and go into 2025. Trespass, battery on a law enforcement officer, child misconduct, a number of just straight up battery charges.
Really?
What I've done is I have appointed counsel for you, Mr. Lilich, and he is here to visit with you about these charges. I do note there is one case, two cases that are for 2 counts of battery that you were on probation for, and there's been a probation revocation filed. So you'll
What's that
also
mean?
well, it means that you didn't do what you were supposed to do on probation, or there's an allegation of that. And that probation wants your probation to maybe be revoked outright, or some other disposition for the case because you have failed to do what you needed to do on probation. All right. So
Okay.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you talk to your lawyer about these charges so we can see how the cases are going to proceed. So
Yes,
if you
ma'am.
could ask the gentleman that gave you the headphones to put you in a breakout, you'll be able to talk to your lawyer in private.
Thank you. She said put me in a breakout.
I'll take my coffee and sit out here. So you got that up on the screen, right, Jay?
Well, no, there it is. Yep, it's still there.
Okay.
Okay,
And
Mr.
actually, Your Honor,
Lesko.
it's gonna be me that's representing her, not.
Okay, sure, and you need to go out into the breakout to speak with her, and you might
Yes.
want to tell her you changed and you look
I-
different now.
I will.
All right.
Ashley,
Yes, Miss Stephanie?
as this is the one I think I spoke to you about. I
Yes,
sent something to
I
both
have,
you
I
and
have the
Hudson.
request. I know what my request is.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes.
Did
The,
you want to type it in over here on the side so it's
Ye-
just you and I speaking?
is,
Okay.
Hello, sir.
I can't hear. I can't hear her.
Wait, we're just waiting for your lawyer.
Oh.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. Having a little trouble, it seems, coming back. Mr. West, what are we doing?
Your Honor, all these new charges, Judge, I have not had a chance to review the police reports. I have no idea to what she's pleading guilty to or not, or gonna get dismissed. I feel like I need additional time to be able to talk to her about those. Also on these, have you seen the motions to revoke probation? Have you seen those, Judge?
I believe they are in IMDS.
Okay.
Hang on just a second here, and I will look at it. Motion to revoke was an amended motion to revoke was filed. Failed to obey the law, failed to pay fines and costs, failed to start probation, failed to comply with orders of staying away from certain places, failing to complete anger management, failure to pay fines and cost, failed to refrain from negative law enforcement contact. That's what the allegations are.
Correct, Judge. What Ms. Foster has asked for is that if we could set everything over and if she can get an OR bond, maybe give her a chance to report and see what she can do, and also give me a chance to review everything. That's what she would like. I would like to be able to get a chance to look at everything, but she would like to be OR'd if possible.
Right. I'm not really amenable to doing that since she failed to report to probation, and then getting new charges, that tickets by, I mean, in more than one instance after being placed on probation. You understand what I'm
I
saying?
did try.
Well,
did
ma'am,
try to report.
I'd rather you not speak to me. You can talk to if you'd like to talk to your lawyer some more,
Yes, ma'am.
you can do
I'm sorry.
so. But I'm not amenable to doing that. What I'll do is I will direct the city to get you the paperwork and everything that you need on these other things. And I will set it for next week, next Friday, at 1 o'clock, so that we can visit again. Would that work?
That would, Judge. Does that mean
Okay.
you're going to hold her until Friday so we can discuss it?
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
All right, Ms.
I'm gonna
Foster,
keep her bond what it is.
do you want to speak with me, Ms. Foster, separately, or want to wait for a week?
And that way, Ms. Foster, he can get the paperwork he needs, because I'm gonna direct the city to get him all those things so that he can review that and have more of a conversation with you.
Is that the only option that I have?
I'm not going to let you out of custody. The only time I can set it is when when your lawyer is available, and that is on Fridays at 1 o'clock.
Judge,
Yes.
Mr. Lilich had a suggestion about the logistics of some of this. Since it is so voluminous, since we have a lot of charges from different dates, different police reports and such, he suggested that it might be possible to have her transported to the court next Friday.
Yes, I can bring her here next Friday. Absolutely, can do it.
Okay, that would be great. That might allow us to speak in person about everything, and that would be
Right, and she
appreciated.
can look at some of the documentation.
Yes, okay, that would be great.
Yeah, all right, so I will set it for next Friday, which is the May 23rd at 1 o'clock. And Ms. Foster, you will be transported over to municipal court. So you will be in court and can visit with your lawyers, reference these charges.
Thank you.
All
And
right,
her case is set for 1 PM and she'll be over there for the 1 PM docket.
that is correct.
All right,
Yes, we'll do the
all right.
transport order.
All right, thank you very much, Judge.
All right, thank you. Ms.
Thank you.
Foster, that concludes the hearing. You can give your headphones back and we'll see you in court next week.
Thank you.
All right.
Just checking, we're done there, Judge?
Yes,
All right, new pod, new floor, McClooney or Mendoza, or Mendoza. Be
all
back
right,
soon.
thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, and Ashley, if you can make sure you get as much paperwork as you can on those new charges.
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure all their discovery,
Kermisha Foster Discovery.
right? Because there's many different incidences.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I need to step aside for a moment too, please.
Sure.
Pardon me, Judge, Troy McClooney.
I can't hear nothing on here.
Sorry, that's me.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. McClooney. I'm Judge
Yeah.
Whitman with Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court.
Yes, ma'am.
You have an unresolved matter over here in municipal court. It's a destruction of property. It looks like it occurred October of 2024 at 7616 Longwood. What I've done is I have appointed you counsel in this matter. It's Mr. Lilich, and he's here on the Zoom call.
Okay.
I'd like for you to visit with him so we could figure out how we're going to proceed in this matter. So if you could ask the gentleman that gave you those headphones to put you in a breakout room, you can talk to your lawyer in private.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Lilich?
Judge, thanks for that opportunity to visit with Mr. McClooney. Your Honor, Mr. McClooney tells me that he has an upcoming sentencing on his felony cases in Wyandotte County District Court. He has appointed counsel in that case or those cases. I reviewed a plea offer from the city today on Mr. McClooney's pending criminal damage to property. He'd like the opportunity to discuss how that might impact his other cases with his appointed attorney on the felony. Your Honor, I would request that the court today grant him an OR bond on these charges, and he anticipates that he'll be in custody at least another month. So my suggestion would be that the court call this case again on the June 6th jail docket. And that'll give Mr. McClooney the opportunity to talk about this further with his other attorney.
Is that how you'd like to proceed, Mr. McClooney?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, because I show that you're set for plea May 23rd, which is next week.
Yes, ma'am.
And so then you'll visit with your lawyer at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and continue this to the June 6th docket at 1 o'clock, and we'll visit again like this.
Okay.
But don't forget to mention and talk with your lawyer concerning
Okay.
this matter
Yes, ma'am.
so that we can figure out how we're going to proceed. All
Okay.
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We'll continue this to June 6th. You can give your headphones back to the gentleman there. The hearing's concluded.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Gabriel Mendoza.
Hello, Mr. Mendoza. I am Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have some matters here that are unresolved. There are some animal charges, nuisance animal, but the more serious are possession of drugs, possession of narcotics, interference with law enforcement, trespassing, failure to appear. Yeah. So what I have done is I've appointed counsel for you, Mr. Lilich, who's here. And I would like you to visit with him so we can figure out how we're going to proceed. So if you could ask the gentleman that gave you the headphones to put you in a breakout room, you can talk to Mr. Lilich, your lawyer, in private.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Judge, while they're doing that, I'm gonna run again real quick.
Sure.
We're all back.
All right, Mr. Lilich.
Judge, thanks for that opportunity to visit with Mr. Mendoza. Your Honor, the city has made a plea offer to resolve Mr. Mendoza's pending charges. I have reviewed that plea offer with him and explained to him that he does have an absolute right to have a trial on one or all of these charges, if that's how he wished to proceed. After reviewing the plea offer with him, he'd like to accept the plea offer. His understanding of that plea offer and agreement is that he'll be pleading guilty to one count of trespassing, 2 counts of nuisance animal, 1 count of theft, 1 count of interference, and 1 count of possession of narcotics. In exchange for that plea, it's his understanding that the city will not be requesting any underlying sentence or probation, and will be requesting a fine of in costs a total of $623.50. I'm not sure about whether or not the $23.50 is appropriate. I'll leave that to the court. Your Honor, Mr. Mendoza has advised me that he does have a pending Wyandotte County District Court felony matter. I've given Mr. Mendoza a caveat and warning that his plea to several of these misdemeanor charges in this case could potentially negatively impact his status in that felony case. Your Honor, despite that caveat, he wishes to enter into this plea agreement and would ask that the court adopt it as its order.
I do have one question. Yes, the 2350 does not apply, so total of $600 fine. And does he get credit for time served? Does he have an underlying sentence? Is he complete as long as he pays the fine? Where are we at there?
Your Honor, I apologize. I thought that because some of them were animal tickets and he was pleading guilty that the 2350 would apply. Or am I?
No.
Okay, apologies. Thank you, ma'am. And the city has no objection for time served.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mendoza, did you understand what your lawyer said?
Yes, ma'am.
That you are wanting to plead, and I'm going to go through the list again, trespassing, 2 counts of nuisance animal, a theft charge, an interference charge, and possession of narcotics charge.
Yes, ma'am.
All the other charges would be dismissed. You would pay $600 fine for all of it, and you get credit for time served. You'll be done.
Okay.
All right. If you understand, though, by entering these pleas, you're giving up your right to a trial.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you have an absolute right in any of these matters to have trial.
I understand. So I have to pay the $600 now.
Right. Well, I'm going to give you some time to pay it because I realize
Okay.
you've been in custody for a bit.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's all right. Let me go. I'm going to go to the end of July. That'll give you time because I looked. It looks like you might be going to be able to get maybe diversion. Is
Yes,
that what you're
ma'am.
talking about? Okay. So that's good. All right. I'll go to July 25th at 1 o'clock. And what that means is you need to have it paid by that date. However, if it is not paid, as long as you're paying on it, a $20 or $50, they'll move the date for you.
Okay, thank you.
But if you paid nothing, you need to appear July 25th at 1.
Okay.
Okay. We just want to make sure you realize you got to pay it. And if you're paying a little at a time, we get it.
Okay, I appreciate it.
All right. All right. So for the charges of trespass, 2 nuisance animal, theft, interference, and possession, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right. I'll accept your plea. The other charges will be just dismissed. I'll assess the $600 and give you that July 25th date to appear.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. That'll conclude the hearing. You can give your headphones back over to the jail.
Check it, we're all done.
Done.
All right. New pod, new floor, McNary or Donnell.
All
Back to
righty. And while I have you two here, Mr. Lilich and Ms. Hutton, I'm going to ask this. We know that we go around and around with Miss G, and we get nowhere.
Yes, sir.
And I hate to set her up to fail because basically I'll give her another court date. I'll let her out today, but you know she's not going to show up. We've done this, we've been there. My question is to the city. Those charges that she has, almost all of them are from last year. There are no new charges. She has not been, I don't see any new charges. She's been in at least from last time to this time 6 weeks. May I make a suggestion that we dismiss all the charges? Do not give her a new court date because we're just going to be back where we are right now. And then hopefully she maintains her not, violating the law at this point. And that way, because I don't know what other punishment for the charges. Yeah, I mean, 6 weeks in jail.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know. I mean, I'm just putting that out there. You guys can discuss, you can figure it out at some other point, but I don't, giving her another court date, we're just going to be back right here 3 weeks, of her being in.
If the Hmong interpreter had been available today, what the
Yes.
city was going to suggest is that we released her with a new date. So the interpreter could give her the new date. We would have agreed to an OR bond. And then
Ma'am, this is May. I'm the interpreter for her.
Oh, you're back. You're here?
Yeah, I'm the interpreter for her. I've been here the whole time. I'm just wasn't sure when her case is going to be brought up. So I am
Well,
here.
we waited for 30 minutes right at the beginning because we didn't know you were here.
Yeah, I signed up right in the beginning, but I noticed that her name is not in here. So I was just thinking maybe her case is not up here. It's not up yet.
Well,
Well,
we were
is there
going to take it up
something?
first so that you didn't have to wait.
Yeah, I
I
did end
wish
up
you'd have
waiting.
said something. I was wondering who, because people can come and watch this, so I didn't know that you were the interpreter.
Oh yeah, I am.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
But Your Honor, realize it. I'm just the interpreter, and if she's not here, then there's no way I could,
yeah,
like,
no, I understand
yeah.
that totally.
So
Yes, no, we're good there.
yeah.
All right. Miss May, you can leave at this point, and we're
Okay.
going to try to work something out. I don't think the jailer's going to be able to bring her in. He'll have to go back to a different pod.
Okay, yeah, I'm
And
signing
she'll be
up.
released today. She'll be released today. All right.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Well, that was a jacked up mess. All right. So Ms. Hutton, I guess I don't know what more the city wishes.
Yep. Your Honor, the city at this point would be amenable to releasing Miss Tao. She has in fact served all of her time and then some that the city was asking for her to serve.
Right. But the cases will still be pending if we give her a new date, which she won't get, which she won't come. Are you amenable to dismissing those charges since
Yes, ma'am.
she's received the punishment, she just didn't get the conviction?
Yes, ma'am. We will. Yes, ma'am. I will.
Yeah,
I will
because
drop
I mean,
all the charges against Miss Tao.
my only concern is that, I mean, she's been in for 3 weeks. You would have thought the electronic tickets would be in the system by now. If she got a new charge.
Correct.
And I don't see any of them.
Your Honor, yeah, I don't have a problem with dismissing all of Miss Tao's charges. And allowing her to be released today.
Because even if there was some type of, I don't see any of those charges even adding to any kind of criminal history?
No, ma'am, not particularly.
No, I mean, just the trespassing and those types of things. That's not gonna mess up her criminal history either.
That, well, yeah, the only thing that we would have, it would have just been the city did want to, it would have been beneficial to the city to have those guilties, just to try to have a record of the places that she's not supposed to be going.
I understand that, but
But I understand that, yes, she has already been with us she has been with us for more time. Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
right, yeah, okay. All right, so I'm hoping that can resolve that and we'll get paperwork over to release her today.
Judge Whitman, I have a quick question. On Mendoza, Gabriel,
Yes,
he had a previous balance on a traffic ticket.
then put it on the same date.
Same date, okay. I just want to make sure.
And again, Judge, I had that date as July 25th at 8 a.m.
1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Okay, thank
I
you.
try to make it the latest I can make it, you know.
Thanks, Judge.
Judge, I'm gonna step away for a minute, okay?
Sure.
Thank you.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
how long did you say Miss Tao had been in jail?
She's been in 3 weeks today. Cause I had her the first week
Yes,
and we continued, then it went again, you know, so.
and also on Miss Foster, there are 3. All of Miss Foster's information is uploaded except for 3 of them because they are so new, I don't have them yet.
I got you.
But we will, if we get them, she will put them where they're supposed to go.
Right. All right, Mr. Doyle?
Yes, ma'am. Daquan McNary is ready to go.
Thank you.
You bet.
Hello, I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have some unresolved matters here. There's a number of charges. Let's see, at least 7 destruction of properties, unlawful use of a weapon, possession of drug paraphernalia. There's 3 of those charges. Trespass. What I've done is I've appointed a lawyer for you, Mr. Lilich, who's here. And what I'd like for you to do is visit with him about these cases and how they need to proceed. If you could ask the person that gave you those headphones to put you in a breakout, you can talk to your lawyer in private.
All right. She said, yeah. Lip reading going on.
Miss Tao's new recommendation is in the system, ma'ams.
All right.
Whoever needs to know that.
Yeah, all right. Thank you.
Also, I could have sworn that Miss May was not on when we started.
Well, she was, but she was off. We had so many people that you didn't see her. I
Okay.
kept asking, who's this May person? To Stephanie and Kathleen, and nobody knew.
Okay. Yeah.
And I didn't see her until after we were a good 30 minutes in, but All she had to do was go, yeah,
Right, yeah,
because we were talking about it. I don't know what is wrong, people. I don't know.
But the judge, didn't she, the girl refused to come to the Zoom?
No,
Yeah.
she didn't. I think they had her out. She was ready. She refused to
Oh,
come over last week. 'Cause we were gonna
oh,
bring her over here.
okay.
And so then I just set it for this and Zoom, because she did at least sometimes participate.
I didn't say anything because I thought she was refusing.
No.
Well, okay.
Lorena, I have approved the attorney rec for Miss G. So I don't know how you close those out, but they need to
Okay.
be closed.
I take care of this, Judge.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It is a pleasure to me closing these cases.
I totally understand that. Just make sure you get the paperwork over so that she
Oh,
will be
yes.
released. Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course I will. Okay, one case is still out of the attorney rec. 686903.
I accepted it. You'll have to create another one.
Miss Lorena, it's completed now.
Thank you. I take it. Done. Thank you.
Judge, we're ready when the court is.
Mr. Lillis, go ahead.
Your Honor, thanks for that opportunity to visit with Mr. McNary. Your Honor, the city has made a plea offer to resolve Mr. McNary's pending charges. I have reviewed that plea offer with Mr. McNary. I've explained to Mr. McNary that he has an absolute right to have a trial on one or all of these charges. In lieu of proceeding to trial, he wishes to accept the city's plea offer. My understanding is that the city has proposed that he plead guilty to 2 counts of possession of, 2 counts, or 1 count of possession of marijuana, 1 count of possession of drug paraphernalia, 1 count of interference with a law enforcement officer, 1 count of trespassing, and 3 counts of criminal damage to property, and that in exchange for that plea, the city is not seeking any underlying sentence or that Mr. McNary serve any additional jail time, which, by the way, Judge, Mr. McNary has advised me that he has been in custody and at the Wyandotte County Jail since January of 2025. And that as another part of the plea agreement, the city is requesting a total fine and cost of $973.50, forfeiture of the weapon that was involved with the unlawful use of a weapon charge, and that Mr. McNary not return to the location from which he was charged with trespassing. Judge, Mr. McNary would like to accept this plea offer as a plea agreement in this matter. Would ask that the court adopt it as its order. Your Honor, Mr. McNary has told me that he has other pending felony charges that are unresolved. I have advised him that his plea on these charges may negatively impact his sentencing in those other cases. Despite that warning, he wishes to proceed with this plea agreement.
All right. First off, he is not pleading to the unlawful use of weapon, but we're requesting, the city's requesting that forfeiture of the gun. Is that correct?
Judge, the plea agreement I'm looking at, he is pleading guilty.
Okay.
Unlawful use of a weapon.
What gun did I use?
Did you wish to speak to your lawyer again?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Ask the gentleman to put you in a breakout.
Hey, can you put me in another breakout room?
Sure. And Ashley, I just want to make sure I got that right. Possession of marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia, interference, a trespass, 3 counts of destruction of property, and unlawful use of the weapon.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Guilty on the trespassing, 698385-6. Guilty on possession, 698491-B. Guilty with interference with an officer, 11408-2. Guilty of another possession under 244508-6. And then guilty unlawful use of weapon, 444508-3. And then a destruction of property, 632374-B, and 2 more destructions of city property, 660919-9, 660918-B, ma'am.
Okay.
For
Now,
a total of $973.50.
But 2350, we don't need that. Those are only on traffic matters.
Yes.
So $900 fine total.
950.
Oh, 950, and we get he gets credit for time served and just a payment date.
Yes. I'll take that 2350 out, ma'am. It slipped by me.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
It's all right. So, and the trespass is 7th in Minnesota, isn't that the police station?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well, or is it that abandoned building that's directly next to the, uh, because right next to the police station
Yeah.
there
I
is
know
that
what you're talking
building
about.
that is, yes.
Well, because it just says North 7th in Minnesota.
Yes, which is somewhat nondescript.
Yes. Okay.
Although why anyone would choose to trespass at that particular building, ma'am, is beyond me.
I'd say no.
Uh,
That's just me though.
and I did fix that fee, so it's $9.50 flat now.
Okay, perfect.
I apologize. Does anyone know how many we have left, ma'am?
We have just Stephen Donnell, and Rodney Washington.
Okay, just 2 left. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you, ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Lilich?
Your Honor, my client had a question related to the unlawful use of a weapon charge. When he and I initially were discussing that charge, our assumption is that it involved a firearm.
Right.
In looking at it more closely and looking at the charge itself, it doesn't appear that it involves a firearm. However, I don't have discovery for that particular case from September the 18th of 24, but it does look to me as if it involves some other weapon.
All right.
And so
Miss Hutton, could you enlighten us if you have any paperwork on that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
There were, I apologize.
Go ahead.
It was a dagger, dirk, billy, blackjack,
Well, that's-
dangerous, or
Yeah, but that's on the ticket, but do you know exactly what it was in any of your discovery that you have, any
I will look it up on Lerms, ma'am. I apologize.
paperwork, just so he understands?
Yes, ma'am. It'll be just one moment while I pull up the apologies for not being more specific. Okay, here it is. Brass knuckles. Apologies.
Brass knuckles.
Brass knuckles.
Does
Yes,
that
ma'am.
help, Mr. McNary?
They fell out of his backpack.
Did you want to talk to your lawyer again?
Mr. McNary, so with the clarification that the unlawful use of a weapon charge was based on brass knuckles, do you still wish to do this plea agreement?
Yeah,
And you understand you will be forfeiting those brass knuckles, which are an illegal weapon anyway, as part of this plea agreement?
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Do-
Okay, I think we can move forward. Are you satisfied, Mr. Lilich?
I am, Your Honor, and I don't know, I don't remember our previous dialogue with this plea hearing, if I covered that. I did point out to Mr. McNary
Yeah,
that he has other felony matters and his convictions on these Class A and Class B misdemeanors could negatively impact those sentencing in those felonies, and he wishes to proceed with this
Right.
plea despite that warning.
Did you understand that, Mr. McNary?
Yes.
All right, so I'm looking at the charges of interfering with a law enforcement officer, possession of drug paraphernalia, unlawful use of a weapon, destruction of city property, or destruction of property. Three counts of destruction of property. Possession of marijuana and a trespass charge is what you will plead to. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
All the other charges will be dismissed based on that plea. Fines and costs are a $950 fine. Okay. You'll forfeit those brass knuckles. You can't have them anyway. Is that how you want to proceed today?
Yes.
By entering the plea, you're giving up your right to a trial in any or all of these matters. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. To the charges as I laid out, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I'll accept your plea. The other charges will be dismissed. You are to pay that $950. You'll get credit for the time that you have served. I had you in jail since January 10th of this year. The other thing is you can't go back to that. I think there's some property near 7th in Minnesota. Stay away from there.
The
Okay.
bus stop.
No, I think it's yeah, it could be the bus stop or there's some old building next to the jail.
It was the bus stop. I got
Bus stop,
trespass
okay.
fine.
Yeah, because yeah, that makes sense. Stay away from there unless you're actually getting on a bus. All right.
All right. So the
Okay.
only time I can go if I'm riding the bus.
Right. If you're getting off the bus, getting on the bus, but don't hang out there. Okay.
All right.
That'll cause you trouble. All right. I will give you a court date to have that paid. I realize that, let's see, your, yeah, it'll be a little bit of time. I'll go to, that end of July. If you are, if you're out of custody and you haven't paid anything, you're gonna have to, come to court on July 25th at 1. If you are in custody, obviously you can't be here. We'll know if you're still over in custody in Wyandotte. If you are somewhere else, if you're in jail somewhere else, a warrant's going to be issued. All right.
All right.
Okay. So July 25th at 1 for the payment of the $950.
All right.
Okay. All right. Did you have any other questions?
I gotta pay it up front, the whole 900.
Well, you if you start making some payments at $20 or $50, they'll move the payment date.
All
And
right.
so it's just so that we know that you remember to pay and you're trying to pay. Okay.
All right. Yes,
But if
ma'am.
we don't get anything, then we're thinking you forgot or you're just not paying. Okay.
Yeah.
And
All
he
right.
has a cash bond, Judge, just
Um,
to let you know.
okay. And the cash bond can go towards that also.
How much was my bond?
How much is the bond?
160, I believe.
160?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So that can be applied as you are paying on it. Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. Any other questions?
No,
All
ma'am.
right. All right. That'll conclude the hearing. You can give your headphones back to Mr. Doyle.
Judge, Stephen Donnell will be next. It'll take just a couple of minutes to get him down here.
Okay, sounds good.
Your Honor, I need to step aside again, please.
Sure.
Pardon me, Judge, Mr. Donnell's ready.
All right, thank you. Hello, I'm Judge Whitman with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have some unresolved matters here. A charge of assaulting a person. Looks like it happened March 26, 2025. I have appointed counsel for you, Mr. Lilich, who is here on the Zoom. What I'd like for you to do is visit with him concerning this matter and see how this case needs to proceed. So if you would ask the gentleman that just gave you those headphones to put you in a breakout, you can speak to your lawyer in private about this matter.
Thank you.
All right.
This is expected, so. I need a little
No, I'm saying, but I mean, the video, it's all done, right? I'm saying that you're not on. On what? Yeah. Judge and everybody? Yeah. Okay, how many more people?
Yes, Mr. Lilich?
Judge, thanks for that opportunity to meet with Mr. Donnell. Your Honor, the city has made a plea offer to resolve Mr. Donnell's pending assault charge. I have reviewed that plea offer with him. To say the least, Mr. Donnell has significant concerns about how this, if he were convicted of this charge, how it may impact his sentencing in other cases. Mr. Donnell has asked me about how he can get a record from the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court Clerk's office of the disposition of prior cases he has had. I've explained to him that that's a public record and that his family members could come over and get a copy of that record if he continues to be held on his felony. Judge, simply put, he wants to further review this, how this assault charge might impact his pending sentencing with his felony appointed attorney. I would ask that the court, and he also wishes to review discovery from this case with the appointed defense counsel office. Your Honor, I would ask that Mr. Donnell be transported on June the 6th to review discovery with this office, and that if he wishes to have records from this court, that perhaps on that date, a clerk could assist him with that as well.
I understand, Mr. Donnell, your concern. Assaulting a person can add to your criminal history, if convicted. I will do a transport order so that you can come over, but it will be June 13th at 1 o'clock, not June 6th. So we'll bring you over on June 13th at 1 o'clock so you can visit, and hopefully maybe also you can visit with your attorney over in district court to see if that charge could affect your criminal history. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor, I do. May I ask one question, Your Honor?
Absolutely.
Be that if I may be released, this case wouldn't stop me from being released, would it?
Right. No, this charge is not holding you. The only hold that you have is over in the district court.
Yes, Your Honor,
Okay, so
thank
this
you.
is not holding you, no.
Yes, ma'am. So, one more thing, Your Honor, would you assure that the records of the court date and time get directly to where I am?
Yeah,
You-
we'll send over paperwork, but we'll also send over what's called a transport order so that you will be physically brought over to this court on that June 13th date.
Yes, ma'am. If I should still be here, is that?
Absolutely, yes. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
But yeah, you'll get that paperwork. June 13th at 1. If you have no other further questions, that'll conclude the hearing, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right, sure. You have
All
a great
right.
day.
Thank you. You can give your headphones back to the jail person.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Just checking, well done there, Judge.
Yes,
All right. Lastly, Rodney Washington in a different pod. I'll be back soon.
sure. Thank you.
Pardon me, Judge, Mr. Washington.
Yes.
Hey, howdy.
Hello, I'm Judge Whitman with Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You have a number of charges here that are unresolved. Uh, there's petty larceny charges, trespassing charges, drinking in public, urinating in public, resisting arrest, interference with law enforcement, a failure to appear. You also have a motion to revoke your probation for a domestic battery charge. The allegations there are that you failed to pay fines and costs, you failed to report to probation, you failed to provide proof of completing the domestic violence evaluation following the recommendations.
Oh,
Failure,
I turned in some MP5s. You know the
just,
MP5s I
sir,
turned in?
sir, hang on. Failing to provide proof of drug and alcohol eval, and failing to refrain from obviously some negative law enforcement contact. I have appointed a lawyer for you, Mr. Lilich. He's here. What I would like for you to do is talk to him in private so we can get an idea of how we're going to proceed with these charges. So if you can ask the gentleman that gave you those headphones to put you in a breakout, you can speak to Mr. Lilich in private about these matters.
Get done talking.
Judge,
Yes.
I have a quick question on Robert Milan. He was released to KDOC, but the cases still show pending for May 16, which is today. What should we do on that
We're
one?
issuing a warrant.
Okay. Okay.
And how do you spell that?
Milan, Milan, Robert.
Oh, Robert, gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Lilich.
Your Honor, thank you for that opportunity to meet with Mr. Washington. I did meet with him and discuss his pending charges before this court, including a plea offer that's been made by the city. Your Honor, I have explained to Mr. Washington that he does have an absolute right to have a trial on one or all of these pending charges. After reviewing the plea offer with him, he'd like to accept that offer. And some of the terms of that offer are not spelled out in the written plea offer form that I think the court may be seeing in IMDS. So I'm
Yes.
going to summarize those real quick.
Okay.
Judge, it's Mr. Washington's understanding that he'll be pleading guilty to 2 counts of trespassing, 4 counts of petty larceny or theft, one count of resisting arrest, 1 count of interference with and 2 counts of interference with a law enforcement officer. It's his understanding that in exchange for that plea, the city will be recommending a 90-day concurrent underlying sentence, and that he served 9 of those days in jail. After serving those 9 days in jail, that he be placed on supervised probation on the 81-day balance of that sentence for 1 year, on a condition that he complete a checkmate class, that he not use drugs or alcohol, and that he not return to 7739 State Avenue, 4215 Rainbow Boulevard, 748 Washington, or an unspecified address on 38th Street, and that he pay no fine or court costs. Judge, he would like to accept this plea offer as a plea agreement for this matter and ask that the court adopt it as its order. I have discussed with Mr. Washington that should he be charged with another theft, misdemeanor theft, after entering into this plea agreement, that misdemeanor theft could be enhanced to a felony. I've also discussed with him that the conviction on these theft charges and the other charges could negatively impact his criminal history score in any other felony cases he has. He's advised me he has no such cases.
My only other concern, though, is he has a revocation on a domestic battery for failing to report, getting some other charges, not doing his alcohol and drug eval, not doing his domestic violence evaluation, follow the recommendations. How does that play into this plea?
As I understand it, although I did not specifically discuss it with the prosecutor, but my understanding of the spirit of this plea agreement is that probation will be reinstated and run concurrent with the probation I just described for 1 year.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Washington, did you understand all of that?
Yes, I did.
All right. Here's my only problem with it. That probation is pretty serious. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We expect you to report, to do what we need you to do from the orders that were given by the court, that you do some of these evaluations, follow the recommendations, do a checkmate class, etc.
Okay.
You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're looking at going to jail for quite a long period of time.
Okay.
You understand that?
I can do that if you say so. I'll make sure I will.
All right. Well, this is what I'm going to do. We'll take this plea. I am agreeing with the recommendations that you'll be placed back on probation. But understand the date I give you to report to probation, you need to be there.
Okay.
Okay? Because if you're not, a warrant will be issued and you'll be right back in the jail, and we'll be right back here discussing how long you're going to stay in jail.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
AJ.
All right. So for the charges that were listed, petty larceny, interference with a law enforcement officer, you got 4 petty larcenies, 2 trespass, 1 resisting, and 2 interference. How do you plead guilty or not guilty?
By mutual.
I don't understand what by mutual means.
Like, if any, Zoe, like, if you, like, no contest.
All right. No contest means you are stating that you're not admitting guilt, but you're saying that the city can prove that you did these things.
Yeah, like, I feel like I did, but I feel like I didn't at the same time. I'd rather not argue with it.
All right. I understand what you're saying. You don't want to put up a defense to the charges that you're pleading to.
No, I don't want to put up no big argue over it because
Okay.
they wanted to trial me with something anyways to save my life.
Right. Now, understanding by entering that no contest plea, you're giving up your right to a trial. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll accept your pleas on those charges. I'll dismiss all the other charges. I will agree to the 90 days to run concurrent with your domestic charge. You're going to have to do 9 days in jail. Do you remember when you went into jail?
It's been 4 days ago, 4
All right.
days ago.
Well, we'll double check that.
From May
But
14.
May
May 14 is when he ended up in jail.
Judge, that's
Today.
consistent with what he discussed with me. Mr.
Okay.
Washington, I thought you told me you've been in jail for 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days. 2 days.
Okay, so you'll be getting out, it looks like next Friday to do those 9 days that you agreed to.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll get out May 23rd at basically the time you went in. Okay, same time. Then I expect you to be at probation, which is on the second floor of City Hall. You know where that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Second floor of City Hall on May 29th at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
May 29th is Thursday. So it's almost a week after you get out. May 29th at 10. City Hall, second floor. When you get off the elevators, it'll be right to your left because you're going to be reporting to probation. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll send over paperwork also that marks that date. You're going to start probation on that day for a year.
All right.
Okay. You got to do the checkmate class. You got to do your alcohol and drug eval and follow the recommendations. You've got to do your domestic violence eval and do that. You got to report. Do you understand that?
Uh-huh.
All right. Otherwise, you're going to be in jail. All right. You need to stay away from these places that you've been hanging out and people don't want you there. North
Okay.
38th Street and Everett, 7739 State Avenue, 4215 and Rainbow. Let's see. I think that's it. Stay away from those places.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, do you have any questions of what you have to do?
No, I understand. Thursday the 29th.
Correct. 10 o'clock, Thursday, the 29th at 10. Be here on second floor City Hall.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Yes.
Your Honor, Mr. Washington advised me that the court's record of his address is inaccurate.
Okay.
I see it listed as 400 Troop Avenue, apartment 6. He advises me that he's never lived at that address. Mr. Washington, could you tell the court your current address?
820 to Romy, apartment 4.
Apartment 4. All right. All right. Because if we need to send you anything, we'll send it to that address.
Okay.
All right. Okay. See you here on second floor City Hall, May 29th at 10. If you don't have any other questions, that'll conclude the hearing.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You have a good day.
And Josh, a question.
Yes.
So he was sentenced to 9 days, credit for 2.
We need to do a commitment order to release him May 23rd. And I don't know what time he went in on May 14th.
I'll check on that.
Okay.
But he was sentenced to 9 days. So is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
1509 hours.
You don't count the day he goes in. Oh, thank you, Mr. Doyle. I think we're done. Thank you. You don't count the day he goes in. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Well,
8, 9 is May 23rd.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that's it.
Have a good
That's
one.
it.
All right.
you.
See you guys
Thank
next
you,
week.
everybody.
Oh, next,
Thank
Maureen will be doing it next week. My daughter's graduating from college, so I got the whole day off.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good
Yeah,
for you,
maybe
Jim.
get some money back in my pocket. We'll see.
Yeah.
And she's got a full-time job, so we're
Sweet.
pretty happy.